Hello, welcome to another video. We're back on our V8s. Where are we this week?
We're at Watkins Glen Short, which might favour the Wicked fabrication, but we'll see.
Short track, not many straights, I believe.
No, nice and twisty, short one, but we've got a few cars in the Rampage at the moment. Oh, that was a rocket ship start from
Matty, Paul, Robbie. Looks like a lot of the V8s there.
Yeah, we've got at least 3 people in the V8s, leaving once again the Wickeds for dead.
Yeah, so we've got Matty leading by a long shot already. Yeah. Don't know what happened at the start there.
No, but he just took off like a man possessed. He's just clouted the barrier though. That's the one problem with the Rampage, is he does understeer into one of the corners there, as we see Paul going round.
Honest John was in one as well, so the majority are, but then I can see four of the Wickeds there at the back. Obviously, yeah. Paul's having some troubles there, reversing down the track.
The thing is, because there's 4 tracks and you've got the 2 cars, and you have to use the slower cars at least 2 of the tracks. So on those ones, you've actually got to, as you see, they're all fighting for position.
Yes, we've got Greg, Anton, Tepic and Jag there, all in the Wickeds.
Yeah, and going back to my thought, if you're choosing the Wicked, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that you're not going to win the race. But you do have to run the Wicked at 2 races. Yeah. It's up to you where you choose them, but you will not win those races when you're in the Wicked.
So ideally, in that scenario, then you want to be the front of the Wickeds.
Yeah, you want to be the best of the rest, basically. As we see, a nice little fight going on there at the moment, and again, there's that understeering into the barrier. It gives you a 1.5 second penalty.
Well, this is quite a tight track, I think, with barriers. I mean, the track itself is quite wide, but in these dodgy cars, if I want to say, or bad handling cars, you are going to clout the barriers. I think that was one of the reasons that, Jag didn't use the fast car here.
Yeah, because it's a short, tight and twisty track. It was probably the least worst of the tracks for the Wicked. The problem you've got with this is, yes, it's a wide track, but you look how close the barriers are to the sides of it. And one wrong move and you're just clouting the barrier, understeering into it. As we see, Matty just got a bit of a wobble on there going onto the straight, but no harm done. He's just very much storming away at the moment, as he sets the fastest lap of the race so far.
He's coming into the 90, this corner's called.
Oh, they've got such original names for this, haven't they? Because he's now going through the S's.
That's right, but at least we know what they are, so that's nice and simple.
And then approaching the back straight. I do love Americans, they love to keep
just grazed the barrier there, but he's
got away with it.
But he's half eked out. He's on soft tyres though, so I didn't see what Robbie and Honest John were on, to be fair.
No. And again, you've got to use the soft and the hard tyres, and that applies to both cars as well. It's not a case of one car has to run both of them and the other one doesn't. Both cars have to run the hard and the soft tyres at some point.
But obviously on the Wicked, then you could probably just one stop in most races.
Yes, because it uses the tyres a lot less and the fuel consumption is a lot less. So on a short track like this, it could make dividends, where you've got to do fewer stops, and that could just bump you up the order just a little bit.
So Robbie was on softs actually, I just noticed.
Okay.
Don't know what
a nice bit of a ding-dong battle going on there between Robber and Honest John.
Yes.
Quite close together,
but those 3 are just gone. So these are, like we had at Fuji, we had 3 at Fuji that went, and we've now got 3 here.
If you look at the track map up in the top right-hand corner, they're about a third of the way around the lap. They're going through onto the back straight, while the Wickeds are crossing the start-finish line.
Yes, yeah. So that is about the speed difference.
Yeah, Robbie's making a move on Matty.
All 3 have got penalties. What's going on there?
They must have all understeered into the barrier through the S's, which is it's one of the reasons why I'm pretty much sure that Tepic didn't. He tried testing this car around this track, and he found that he kept on understeering into the barrier. So he thought, don't have the penalties. They're all serving the penalties at the same time.
Absolutely brilliant. But obviously no harm done on the way they go. Matty's down to 2nd though, so I know this.
Yeah. Robbie in the lead there. I do like the livery on Matty's car. It's based on the F1, the Formula 1 McLaren livery.
Okay, I don't know what that's about. I didn't know he was a McLaren supporter. Maybe he is.
Or maybe he's just downloaded it, I don't know.
British
It still
team,
looks
I
good,
believe,
though. British
McLaren,
team,
yeah.
yes. And, as they're all going around the first corner again, the 90.
Yeah.
Why is it called the 90? Because it's 90 degrees.
Probably. We've got Jag there in fourth, so he's first of the wickets.
First
at
of the
moment.
wickets, yeah. And we got Anton and Greg going hell for leather behind them and having a nice little.
Why is Teppick down in eighth again? Is this pit stop?
I don't know. He might have already served his pit stop. He might have had a complete nightmare around one of the corners. It remains to be seen when we can't go back and see it, unfortunately. Robbie's still keeping hold of the lead, but look at the tyre wear on that car.
Well, it's catastrophic.
Yeah, he's got to be. Well, he hasn't pitted this lap, so he's got to be pitting the next lap, I'm sure. So, yeah, so Robbie's still holding on to the lead with Matty second, Honest John in third, and yeah, that tyre wear, he's got to be pitting soon. Is he just going to try and eke it out? No, Rob is coming into the pitch. You've got to be very careful on the pit lane entrance here. You cross that line going into it, and it's a 3-second penalty. No ifs or buts.
So we've got Robbie, Matty and Honest Johnny all on the same lap. If you look, they're all in the pits right now.
All getting rid of their soft tyres, and Jag's coming round. Whereabouts is he at the moment? He's just going round the outer loop.
Is he? So he's quite a way back then.
Yeah, so I'd imagine that the people in the Rampage are going to get out of the pits before Jag comes along, but he has made up ground.
Yeah, it's not a bad showing there, and he's on soft, but they don't seem that worn, to be fair.
Yeah, so that's at least one fuel, or at least one pit stop less. He's going to have to pit for fuel. That's the only thing about the wickets.
Right, they're coming out the pits now, Robbie is. So can we see? No, all three of them are coming out in line. Don't know where Jag is. Is he going to cut Jag's around the last corner?
Well, bear in mind that Jag was about a third of the lap behind, and he's caught up all that distance.
Yeah,
just purely by not having to do a pit stop when the others did.
Yeah. So interestingly, Kabil down in eighth. He's actually in the fast car. He's in the V8. So obviously struggling with that, maybe.
Yeah, it's but then again, he's new to the game at the moment. He's still
I believe Paul's down in ninth place as well, also in the V8. So potentially just struggling with the car, I think.
Yeah, it's a fast car, but because it's fast, it's also tricky to handle.
Yeah.
Mind you, I don't think the wiki was anything great round here either. It's quite easy to get the back end step on. Look at the tyre wear. I mean, we have jumped onto lap 25, and this is the hard tyres, but Honest John in second.
So Robbie got this one in the bag then, maybe?
Looks like it, yeah. Honest John in second, Matty third, and Jag the first of the wickets.
Yeah.
Ahead of Anton and Teppick and Greg.
Yeah.
Kabil is in the pits. He was on medium tyres. You don't have to run the medium tyres here, but he's chosen to.
But that might have helped him.
It may have done,
for
yeah.
a longer stint.
So long as he's run the hard and the soft, that's fine. I mean, the medium was a choice that probably not a lot of people thought of, to be honest, because when you get the compulsory tyres, you tend to gravitate towards those and leave the mediums alone.
Yes. Honest John pitting on lap 24.
Yeah.
So these
almost
are going
out
to be
of fuel. This has got to be his
last
final
pit
stop,
stops.
though. Probably
yes.
I'd imagine putting the softs back on. The softs will go for about 5 laps. If you're careful, we'll go for 6.
It looks like Matty's going to get past him though, because the pit exit's just round this turn.
Yeah, and Matty goes into second place.
Yes, he has. Yeah.
But
it doesn't look like Matty's got to stop again.
It doesn't. It looks like
so that is for position.
Yeah. So we've got Robbie first, Matty second, and Honest John. That may have been a mistake doing that pit stop then, but he had no choice with the tyre wear or the fuel.
Robbie seems quite a way ahead, to be fair.
Yeah, but again, how much fuel has he used doing that?
So we're on the last lap.
Yeah, and look at that. Robbie is running on fumes. He's going to make it to the line, but how tight was that going to be for him?
We've done Robbie wins. Who's in second then?
Matty in second.
Quite a way back.
Quite
over half a lap by the looks of it.
Quite a distance back.
Robbie stretched that out. So Matty there going to be in second.
Yeah, it's a safe second place, isn't it? I mean, I can't see Honest John in that picture at all.
No, and then we've got Honest John in third, haven't we?
We're skipping on just to get it around the last corner.
Yeah.
As Matty picks up a half-second penalty
and
for a track limit violation, but that's only going to equate to 1 second at the end. That's not going to cost him second place at all. Honest John third, Jag ended up being the first of the wickets, which is what we need to be in the slower car. We need to be the first in that group.
Yep, so there we go. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like and we'll see you in another. Where are we next week?
Next week we're at
Valley.
Grand Valley, the full course.
We'll see you there.
Bye.